Hello all, this is M. Sandeep Kumar and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Concepts of IIT Maths. So our today's topic in the chapter of Theory of Equations is symmetric function of roots. We have already discussed symmetric function of roots for quadratic equations before. So you can check that concept in the chapter of quadratic equations in the playlist in this channel. Playlist of quadratic equations. You can find it in this channel. So in today's video, we'll look into how to find the symmetric functions of roots of cubic equation. Understand this. Got it? So first of all, let us see what are symmetric functions. And then we will see what are the examples for symmetric functions. And then we will see how to find the symmetric functions of cubic equations. Okay. So first, and if you are new to the channel, you make sure that you are subscribing the channel and clicking the bell icon, and at the same time watch the video till end to understand this concept perfectly. Okay, so first, symmetric function of roots. What are symmetric function of roots? Here is the definition. If the function is not changed when the roots are interchanged, okay, if the function is not changed when the roots are interchanged, then such functions are called as symmetric functions. Example, observe here, alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square. Let alpha, beta, gamma are the roots of the cubic equation. Then alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square is one example for symmetric function. Here, if you interchange alpha with beta, beta with gamma, and gamma with alpha, then what happens? Alpha is replaced by beta, so beta square. Beta is replaced by gamma, so gamma square, and gamma is replaced by alpha, so alpha square. So when the roots are interchanged, observe that these two are again same itself. The function is not changed. So before it was alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square, now also it is same thing itself. The function is not changed when the roots are interchanged. So such functions are called as symmetric functions. Okay, now so more examples. If you want more examples, you can take alpha cube plus beta cube plus gamma cube, or you can take alpha square beta plus alpha beta square plus beta square gamma plus beta gamma square plus alpha square gamma plus alpha gamma square. This is one more example for the symmetric function of roots. Like this, there are more examples. So we'll discuss all the symmetric function of roots. We will derive their formula in today's class, and at the same time we will see how to use them in the problems, right? So first of all, so let us start deriving all this. Let us consider alpha, beta, gamma, which are the roots of the cubic equation ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0. So where a is not equal to 0 and the coefficients are real numbers. Okay, so let us assume that alpha, beta, gamma are the roots of this equation. Then we already know that we have discussed this. So that sigma alpha means what, dear students? That means alpha plus beta plus gamma, which is equal to minus b by a. And I told that this will be considered as S1. Sigma alpha, the sum of the roots is called as S1. And next, sigma alpha beta. Sigma alpha beta means what? Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. Okay, na? So this is C by A. The sum of product of roots taken 2 at a time. Product of roots taking 2 at a time. Okay, na? So this is called as S2. And then product of the roots alpha beta gamma. Okay, this is called as S3, which is equal to minus d by a. Important. These are very, very important, particularly in the chapter of theory of equations. We will use them repeatedly again and again and again. Okay, so you have to understand that S1 means this, which is minus b by a, and then S2 is this, and then S3 is this. Remember this, dear students. Okay, so now let us see how to derive the first one, sigma alpha square. Okay, so even these can be considered as symmetric functions. Even alpha plus beta plus gamma is a symmetric function. This is also a symmetric function, and this is also a symmetric function. Okay, so first of all, let us start deriving. I'll first derive sigma alpha square. Sigma alpha square, which is nothing but alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square. We should remember the identities that we have learnt in the chapter of polynomials in 9th standard. Do you remember those identities? So what is a square plus b square plus c square? From those identities, it can be written as a plus b plus c whole square minus 2 into AB plus BC plus CA. Or alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square is alpha plus beta plus gamma whole square minus 2 into this. So this is an identity. You should remember those identity. So what is the identity I have used here? I used this identity. I have used this identity and I have got this. Okay now. So simple use of this identity. Remember this. Okay. So we have already told that this is S1 square minus 2 into this is S2. So therefore, dear students, sigma alpha square is equal to S1 square minus 2S2. The first formula. Sigma alpha square is equal to S1 square minus 2S2. Right? So next we will see what is sigma alpha square beta. The second one, what is sigma alpha square beta? Observe, sigma alpha square beta can be written in so many different ways. They might ask this. They can ask this in so many different ways. But first of all, what is sigma alpha square beta? It is what? Alpha square beta plus alpha beta square plus beta square gamma plus beta gamma square plus alpha square gamma plus alpha gamma square. Okay. So sometimes they'll write the same thing as sigma alpha square into beta plus gamma, or sometimes they'll write the same thing as sigma alpha beta into alpha plus beta. This and this all represent the same person. Remember this. Okay now. So this and this all represent the same person. You have to understand this. Okay now. So let us solve this. So what is it? Let us solve them. Okay. Observe, dear students, how to solve it. In these two, I can take alpha, beta common, right? You'll get alpha plus beta. In these two, I can take beta, gamma common. You'll get beta plus gamma. And then in finally these two terms, you can take alpha, gamma common. You'll get alpha plus gamma. So next, we already know that alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to S1. Let me use this now. Alpha beta as it is. What is alpha plus beta? Is it S1 minus gamma plus beta gamma into what is beta plus gamma? Beta plus gamma is S1 minus alpha is alpha gamma into what is alpha plus gamma? S1 minus beta. Right? Let us expand this. Now if you expand, what happens? Alpha beta S1 minus alpha beta gamma. Beta gamma S1 minus alpha beta gamma. Alpha gamma S1 minus alpha beta gamma. So then in these three terms we can take alpha, what is it? S1 common, right? So what do we get? Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. And minus alpha beta gamma minus alpha beta gamma minus alpha beta gamma is minus 3 alpha beta gamma. So finally this is nothing but S1 S2 minus 3 S3, right? Therefore sigma alpha square beta or sigma alpha square into beta plus gamma or sigma alpha beta into alpha plus beta, all three are same. They are equal to S1 S2 minus 3 S3. All are same. They are equal to S1 S2 minus 3 S3. Remember this. All three are same. You have to remember this compulsorily. All three are same. Okay now. So it is equal to S1 S2 minus 3 S3. So we'll derive the next one. We'll derive the next one, which is sigma alpha beta whole square. Sigma alpha beta whole square. What is it? So this is nothing but alpha beta whole square plus beta gamma whole square plus gamma alpha whole square. The summation of alpha beta square is nothing but this. How to solve this? Just like we have done, what is a square plus b square plus c square? What is the first one? Sigma alpha square plus what is it? Alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square. How we have solved it? Same like that only. So we know that a square plus b square plus c square. What is it? We know that a square plus b square plus c square is equal to a plus b plus c whole square minus 2 into ab plus bc plus ca. We already know this identity. So we will use it. So what is it? A square plus b square plus c square is a plus b plus c whole square minus 2 into AB, AB plus BC. So B into C plus CA, C into A. Okay, now I hope you understood this. So this is nothing but S2 square minus 2 times. Observe that in all the three terms I can take alpha, beta, gamma common. In all the three terms I can take alpha, beta, gamma common. That means it comes outside. Alpha, beta, gamma comes outside. If alpha, beta, gamma is gone, I have beta here plus I have gamma here plus I have alpha here. So therefore, dear students, this is nothing but S2 square minus 2, S3, S1 or S1, S3, whatever. S3, S1 or S1, S3. Both are same only. Therefore, the third one, sigma alpha beta whole square is equal to S2 square minus 2S1, S3. This is the third formula. You have to remember this. Anyhow, you know how to derive it. So it's not compulsory that you have to by heart it. But if you by heart, that's up to you. But I have given the derivations and very easy derivations, how to derive the formula, right? So we will see now how to find sigma alpha cube, summation of alpha cube. So to find what is summation of alpha cube, first of all you should know this formula that you have learnt in polynomials chapter of 9th standard. So do you remember that a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc is equal to a plus b plus c into a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca. You should remember this formula. So from this, dear students, we can say that alpha cube plus beta cube plus gamma cube minus 3 alpha beta gamma is equal to alpha plus beta plus gamma into alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square minus 2 alpha beta, sorry, not 2, just minus alpha beta minus beta gamma minus gamma alpha. I replaced ABC with alpha beta gamma. We are supposed to find this, correct? This is sigma alpha cube. We have to find this. Minus 3 into, this is S3. This is S1. I have already derived what is alpha square plus gamma square plus beta square. What is it? Is it S1 square minus 2S2? S1 square minus 2S2. This is this. If I take minus common, it is nothing but S2. If I take minus common, it is nothing but S2. So then, sigma alpha cube minus 3 times S3 is equal to what? S1 into S1 square as it is, and this is minus 3S2. Now right side you can expand it. So sigma alpha cube minus 3S3 is equal to S1 cube minus 3S1S2. And then you can take this right side. So finally you'll get sigma alpha cube, which is equal to S1 cube minus 3S1S2, and this goes right plus 3S3. So this is the required formula for sigma alpha cube. So S1 cube minus 3S1S2 plus 3S3. Okay. So till now we have found four formulae. Sigma alpha square, then sigma alpha square beta, and then sigma alpha beta square, and then sigma alpha cube. So we'll see the next one now. What is sigma alpha power 4? This is what we are going to derive. It is nothing but alpha power 4 plus beta power 4 plus gamma power 4. So dear students, can I write this as alpha square whole square plus beta square whole square plus gamma square whole square? So it looks like a square plus b square plus c square, right? And I already told you what is a square plus b square plus c square. This is the third time we are discussing it. It is a plus b plus c whole square minus 2 into ab plus bc plus ca, right? So then this is nothing but what? A plus b plus c whole square minus 2 into ab bc and then ca. Dear students, we know that this is what? S1 square minus 2S2. This is what we have first derived, and then minus 2 into, this is the third formula that we have derived. What do you get? Sigma alpha square beta square. That means sigma alpha beta whole square. So we have already derived, right? So it is S2 square minus 2 S1 S3. S2 square minus 2 S1 S3. So now let us expand it. Expand this using a minus b whole square expansion. A square minus 2ab plus b square, and then minus 2s2 square plus 4 s1 s3. So what is it finally? This is s1 power 4 and then minus 4 s1 square s2 and then plus 4 s1 s3 and then plus 2 s2 square. So this is sigma alpha power 4. This is the formula for sigma alpha power 4. You can derive it or you can by heart. That's up to you. Anyhow, we have seen how to derive it, right? Now, dear students, let us see how to use these things in the problems, right? So let us take a cubic equation and let us derive all this. So dear students, this is what is it for the cubic equation x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6 equal to 0. We are supposed to find all this sigma alpha square beta and this. Totally we have 10 sub questions. So please note down the question by keeping the video in pause the video and note down the questions. I'll start deriving, or we can do it, not an issue. So the first one, I'm using the formula directly, but you can derive it and then you can use the formula. So sigma alpha square is nothing but alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square. This is nothing but s1 square minus 2s2. We have derived the formula. S1 means what? Minus b by a, and s2 means c by a. Correct? So for the cubic equation, it is in the form of ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0. By comparison, a is 1, b is minus 6, c is 11, d is minus 6, right? So minus b by a. Minus b by a means minus of minus 6 by 1. You'll get plus 6. So c by a, that means 11 by 1. You'll get 11. So what is it? 36 minus 22. So you'll get 24. So this is sigma alpha square. The value of sigma alpha square is, I'm sorry, it is not 24, it is 14. Sigma alpha square. Similarly, we will derive all the remaining. So what is it? The next one, sigma alpha square beta. So sigma alpha square beta is s1 s2 minus 3 s3. So s1, which means minus b by a. So let me write out finally what is s1. S1 is minus b by a, that means 6. S2 means c by a, which is 11. And s3 is minus d by a, which is again 6 only. Right? So s1 s2, that means 6 into 11 minus 3 times s3 is 6. So 66 minus 18. So how much do you get? Will you get 48? Yes, it is 48. Therefore, sigma alpha square beta value is 48. So the next one. Observe, dear students, I already told you that sigma alpha square into beta plus gamma is same as sigma alpha square beta. So that means the third one is also 48. And I also told you that the fourth one, what is the fourth one? Sigma alpha beta into alpha plus beta. Even this person is also the same, sigma alpha square beta. So therefore this is also 48. So B, C, D are same symmetric functions. Okay now. So all those three are equal to 48. We'll go for the next one, E. So we have already derived the formula for sigma alpha beta whole square. So what is it? It is s2 square minus 2s1 s3, correct? S2 square minus 2s1 s3. So s2 square, I'm sorry, s1 is 6, s2 is 11 and s3 is 6. What is it? S2 square means 11 square minus 2 into s1 into s3, which is 6 into 6. So it is 121 minus 72. 121 minus 72 is how much? So is it 49? Yes, it is 49. Therefore, sigma, the summation of alpha beta whole square is 49. So, and then we'll see what is sigma alpha cube, the next one. So, what is the formula for sigma alpha cube? So, it is s1 cube minus 3s1 s2 plus 3s3. So, this is the formula for alpha cube plus beta cube plus gamma cube. So s1 cube is 6 cube minus 3 into s1 s2, that means 6 into 11 plus 3 into s3 is again 6. 6 cube is 216 and this is 198 and this is 18. So what do you get, dear students? How much is it? This is minus 180. So 216 minus 180 is 36. The value of this is 36. Sigma alpha cube is 36. So next we will see what is sigma alpha power 4. So the formula we have already derived, right? The formula for alpha power 4 plus beta power 4 plus gamma power 4. So it is s1 power 4 minus 4 s1 square s2 and then plus 4 s1 s3 and then plus 2 s2 square. Okay, so this is the formula for sigma alpha power 4. Now if you substitute the values, substitute the respective values, dear students. S1 power 4, that means 6 power 4 minus 4 into S1 square means 6 square into S2 is 11 plus 4 into S1 S3. S1 S3 means 6 into 6, it is 36 plus 2 into S2 square is 11 square, which is 121. So 6 power 4, what is 6 power 4? Is it 1296? Please check it. 216 into 6. Yes, 1296 minus 36 fours are is 144 into 11. 144, 144. You get 4851, 1584. Plus this is 144 and this is 242. So add these numbers, you'll get your answer. So I hope you got 98 as your answer. Now these four are special. I won't find them directly. Then what I will do? Please observe. So dear students, there are two ways of finding h, I and j. I'll give you the first method. See here. What you'll do? They're asking sigma alpha inverse. That means nothing but alpha inverse plus beta inverse plus gamma inverse. That means 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta plus 1 by gamma. We can take the common denominator by multiplying the first term with beta gamma in the denominator and numerator, and here with the alpha gamma and here with the alpha beta. So that we'll get a common denominator alpha beta gamma, and the numerator is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. Same thing only. Na? The numerator is S2, the denominator is S3. So what is your answer, dear students? S2 by S3. S2 by S3 is 11 by 6. So this is one method. I'll give you another method after completing I and j also. So this is 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square plus 1 by gamma square, and take the LCM of denominators, get a common denominator. So to get a common denominator, the denominator will be alpha square, beta square, gamma square. The numerator will be beta square, gamma square plus alpha square, gamma square plus alpha square, beta square. Okay, now we have already found what is the value of the numerator, right? So how much did we get? The value of the numerator. The numerator is 49. Here we have found it. Here in E. And then the denominator is what? S2 square. Sorry, S3 square. S3 square means 6 square. 6 square is 36. So this is the answer, dear students. Sigma alpha power minus 2 is 49 by 36. We'll see what is the third one also. So what is it? This is alpha beta power minus 2 plus beta gamma power minus 2 plus gamma alpha power minus 2. That means 1 by alpha square beta square plus 1 by beta square gamma square plus 1 by gamma square alpha square. Again, if you take a common denominator, the numerator will be gamma square plus alpha square plus beta square. So we have derived already the numerator here, right? So what is sigma alpha square that we have got? 14. The denominator is S3 square again. S3 square means 6 square, which is 36. So both are divisible by 2. So 7 by 18 is your answer for sigma alpha beta power minus 2. And I told you that I'll give you another method for H, I and J, right? So what is it, another method? Let us see. Dear students, if we consider the original equation as f of x, whose roots for f of x equal to 0 are alpha, beta, gamma, then what are the roots of f of 1 by x equal to 0? What are the roots of f of 1 by x equal to 0? According to the transformation of equations concept, we will discuss it. According to transformation of equations concept, if alpha, beta, gamma are the roots of f of x equal to 0, then 1 by alpha, 1 by beta, 1 by gamma are the roots of f of 1 by x equal to 0. We will see this in the next concept, transformation of roots. 1 by alpha, 1 by beta, 1 by gamma are nothing but alpha power minus 1, beta power minus 1, gamma power minus 1. Right? So find out what is f of 1 by x equal to 0. That means what? 1 by x cube minus 6 into 1 by x square plus 11 into 1 by x minus 6 equal to 0. In place of x I have taken 1 by x. And get a common denominator, x cube. Then what do you get? 1 minus 6x plus 11x square minus 6x cube. Correct? If you take a common denominator of x cube, you will get this. Cross multiply and multiply with minus on both sides. So you'll get plus 6x cube minus 11x square plus 6x minus 1 equal to 0. What I have done here, this by x cube is cross multiplied and then I have multiplied with minus on both sides. I got this. So therefore, dear students, sigma alpha power minus 1, this one is nothing but the sum of the roots of this equation. Sum of the roots of this equation is minus b by a. That means 11 by 6 over, and then sigma alpha power minus 2 for this equation is nothing but sigma alpha square formula. You can use sigma alpha square formula. So what is it? S1 square minus 2s2 for this equation. So S1 square means what? Minus b by a. That means 11 by 6 whole square. 11 by 6 whole square minus 2 into S2 is c by a. C by a is 1. So if you solve it, what do you get? 121 by 36 minus 2. 121 by 36 minus 2. You will get 49 by 36. Check whether you will get this or not. Certainly you will get this 49 by 36. And finally, what is this is also over now. What is sigma alpha beta power minus 2? What is sigma alpha beta power minus 2? I can use that formula for sigma alpha beta square. Sigma alpha beta square formula, I can use it in this case. So what is the formula that we have derived for sigma alpha beta square? So it is s2 square minus 2s1 s3. So s2 square is c by a, that means 1 square minus 2 into s1 is minus b by a, which is 11 by 6, and s3 is minus d by a, which is 1 by 6. So it is 1 minus 22 by 36 or 14 by 36, which is 7 by 18. You can solve, you can find the last three by taking the reciprocal equation also. So that's up to you, right? So dear students, this is it. That's it about the symmetric function of roots of cubic equation. So I hope you have understood this video. So in case if you understood this well, like the video, share it and subscribe the channel. Please refer your friends. Let the channel grow, and most importantly, comment your feedback in our comment section. And we also have part 1 of symmetric function of roots, that is for quadratic equation. Okay, now I have kept the link in description below. You can check it. So that's it for today's class. We'll continue in next class with next concept.